I'd like to tell Puerto Ricans how powerful and effective they are, and they will be come November. This is a time for us to shine. This is a time for us to extract confessions and extract concessions from those power brokers who are holding us hostage both here on the mainland and in Puerto Rico. According to Angela Falcon's National Institute of Latino Policy, only 50% of Puerto Ricans came out in the 2012 elections. Now, Latinos make up a third of the voting strength in Florida. Puerto Ricans make up a third of that. Nobody is going to win this presidency without the Puerto Rican vote in Florida. It is one of those states that's crucial to anyone's victory, Trump or Hillary's. But no one's going to win without that central part of Florida, which is Puerto Rican and growing. Do you remember 2001? Gore was actually robbed of his election in Florida. That man would have been president. Now, Puerto Ricans have had problems with the Democratic Party. I do. Their political appointments, of which there are very few Puerto Ricans, not only on the national level, but also on the state and city level. We know that. We know about their cavalier attitude and their impersonal attitude with regard to the debt crisis in Puerto Rico, which they've engendered because we are not independent. Let's be honest about it. This is not a question just about the Jones Act. This is a question about the independence of Puerto Rico. And I believe in it. And if you don't, that is your problem because you believe that you are not capable of growing your own food, not capable of handling yourself as a country and as a people. And we can do that if we put our minds to it. It is our time to shine. Now, we can continue to wring our hands and talk nonsense and bochinche about Trump, about Hillary, that she didn't do this. We know that Sanders was sucker punched. We know that the Democratic Party is in many ways corrupt and is decrepit. And we've got to really deal with what we want to do with this. Because while we're sitting here wringing our hands, and the left has a habit of doing this, we shoot ourselves in the foot rather than punch the boy in his face. Right now, what we have to do is get together. We've got to fight another evil. And that evil is a trailer park billionaire named Donald J. Trump. We know that he has not disavowed David Duke. We know that he hates women. We know that he hates Muslims. We know he wants to build a wall to keep Mexicans from coming in. And by the way, Boricua, if you think that he can tell the difference between a Puerto Rican and a Mexican, you got another thought coming. If he's talking about Mexicans, he's talking about you. Dominican, wake the hell up and understand that you're fighting for your right to exist too. Why would you go with this guy? And Pence, his right-hand man, is worse than he is in many ways. Wants to get rid of Planned Parenthood. Think about that. Just think about what is happening in this country. Don't punk out, Boricua. No te ponga estúpido ahora, después de viejo. Don't get to the point where now you say, I don't, politics. I don't want to deal with politics. Yeah, toditos son unos pillos. Yes, they are all messed up, but you've got to make a decision. This is exactly the way Hitler won in 33. People started getting scared. People, you know, it's true. We don't have jobs. We don't have... White ethnic men are committing suicide in great numbers because they're losing their white skin privileges. Look at did you see the Republican convention? It was scary. These are people who want to carry guns. Now, when black men start carrying guns, they kill them anyway. Don't you see the lesson they're trying to tell you? We want the guns. We want you to keep on praying. I say, you know, I'm going to pray, but I'm going to pass the ammo as well. The Bible says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I thought as a child. I understood like a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. Boricua, black man, this is your chance to put away childish things. Forget about the gossip and the bochinche. Yes, there are problems in the Democratic Party. Yes, many of them are corrupt. And yes, Wasserman messed up badly and went against Bernie in ways that were unconscionable. But what do we do now? When you're an adult and you got to make a decision, sometimes you have to pick the lesser of two evils. Your idealism has to be tempered by your pragmatism. It'll be worse if we do nothing. Boricuas have a habit. Ay, no me gusta eso, me voy a quedar en casa. I'm going to stay home. Are you serious? You can't stay home. Get your mother, get your grandmother, get your tia, get your madrina, get everybody out there on November because it is our lives on the block. It is our lives that are happening. We have to take care of our neighbors, take care of our children. Now, I am not afraid of this man, and we can't be afraid of his law and order nonsense. We've been shot. We've been jailed. We've been beaten up and we've been murdered. I personally have been beaten up so many times, the hospital used to tell me, hey, when are you going to stop sabotaging yourself? And yet for freedom, for my people's freedom, for the young lords, for Puerto Ricans in this country, I'd be more than willing to get beaten up. I'll put my life on the line too many times. Martin Luther King says, if you have nothing to die for, you're not fit to live. When are we going to put our lives on the line? Because that's what we're dealing with in this country. We don't have to destroy Donald Trump. He's going to destroy himself. He's a fool. And that kind of evil eventually kills itself. Despierta, Boricua. Defiende lo tuyo. Decide what you want to do and move on it. Yes, this is a democracy, but we can lose this experiment if we continue to sit down and not see what's happening in our country. Your children are depending on you, and so am I. Like and share and fight, damn it.